Hey, I'm Christina Warren, and welcome to Microsoft Ignite. This is the Microsoft Production Studios, and this is where all the magic is going to happen. And so in just a couple of minutes, we're going to be kicking off the event, but we're so excited to have you back. And in fact, basically since the last event ended, we've been heads down working on all the ways that we can make sure that this event allows you to connect and explore and learn. And so we've been working on really terrific content, really terrific opportunities. The product team has some fantastic announcements that you're not going to want to miss. But most importantly, this event is all about you. You, the learner, you, the IT professional, you, the developer. And so everything that we're doing is really focused on that experience and making sure that you can get as much out of this event as possible. And to that end, actually, we found out some really great stats that happened a couple of weeks after the last Microsoft Ignite. More than 100,000 of you registered to learn on Microsoft Learn and took over 800,000 Microsoft Learn modules. More than 60,000 Microsoft certifications were earned, and then all told, there were more than 1 million hours of learning. Just some phenomenal stuff. And so, you know what? Enough of me talking. We're so excited to have you here. Welcome to Microsoft Ignite. Let's get started.
Hello and welcome to Microsoft Ignite. The next 2 days are full of news and announcements from across the Microsoft family of products and solutions, starting with the keynote from Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella. It will also be full of opportunities for you to learn from experts and to connect with fellow IT pros and developers from around the world. We hope the next 2 days will be exciting and thought-provoking, inspiring and engaging as we gather here at Microsoft Ignite once again. I'm Caruana Gatimo. I'm the Principal Manager of the Customer Advocacy Group within Microsoft Teams Engineering. And as always, I'm excited to be joining you here at Microsoft Ignite.
And I'm Rick Claus, Principal Cloud Advocate. I lead a team of worldwide cloud advocacy folks that focus on Azure engineering and the operations audience. I'm privileged to come alongside many of you, our IT pro and operations community, here at Microsoft Ignite. Now, I'm delighted once again to be part of the Microsoft Ignite and more excited to even be hosting once again with you, Caruana.
It's always good when we're together, Rick, that's for sure. It seems like only yesterday, though, when we were welcoming you to the first all-digital Microsoft Ignite, set on a backdrop of global transformation. And while we still face many of those challenges, we've also seen unprecedented innovation and really the best that this community of leaders has to offer. We've taken your feedback from the first all-digital event and made some changes, to the way the show is going to go. You may have seen the phrase, virtually unstoppable together, and it's that mantra that we celebrate here at Microsoft Ignite. While today's event is designed to give you a bird's eye view of the future of the Microsoft solutions you use every day, it's also about bringing real customer stories and partner experiences to life.
The sheer amount of things to do and see during this event is going to be a little bit overwhelming, and so that's kind of why it's important to always come back here, if you will, to the home base, the main page here in studio, to join us to kind of stay oriented. If you take a look at the featured partner showcase, for example, or go check out the learning zone, or even go check out another session that happens to be taking place, another breakout or a community event, you make sure to come back here to be able to stay connected for the flow.
Yep, this is where so much is happening. And it's especially important for those of us joining for the first time. This is going to be your home base for the entire digital event. We'll have a few familiar faces coming through this stream, and we're here to help you navigate through the experience, plus add some context and insight. And, we're going to have plenty of fun along the way.
No fun whatsoever. What are you talking about? Now, as you mentioned, Caruana, we've taken your feedback about improving the digital experience, and we're going to be taking some time together to learn and to skill up, and also to look into the future of a whole bunch of different experiences. Now, some of the cool sessions I'm personally looking forward to are actually found what's known inside of the learning zone. This is a place where you can start your journey towards learning about new things and also some new experiences. You're going to get to learn about experts with different types of workshops, and even have the option of signing up for some one-on-one consultations if you want to get some specific answers about your projects that you have underway. Now, of course, you can always get involved with the Cloud Skills Challenge. Not that we're competitive or anything, but if you want to challenge yourself and also go for bragging rights with you and your friends, just to see how you rank up and how you work with folks both inside and outside of your organization. Now, the cool thing about the Cloud Skills Challenge is that if you complete multiple modules to basically complete the learning path, you have a chance to win and earn a free Microsoft certification exam.
You'll also see our virtual training days in our learning zone. These are free instructor-led technical skilling in multiple languages and time zones across a variety of topics. They take place throughout March, so register for one today.
Now, we've got news, we've got announcements, we've got all sorts of different things that you're going to be learning about today and hearing throughout the entire event. This is Microsoft's greatest hits, if you will, from all the big players. Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365, Power Platform, Microsoft Teams, Windows Server, and even a little thing close to my heart, Microsoft Azure, and so much more.
It's really an amazing catalog of content. At least I think so. I know we share that. But if you're new to Microsoft Ignite, don't be overwhelmed. We've got themes that you can follow to help organize your experience. Throughout the event, we'll dive into those themes like security, remote and hybrid work, and AI, just to name a few of them. Remember, you can search for sessions based on keywords inside our session scheduler. And now it's time to welcome you all to our digital venue. So come with us, come on a little tour. It's a journey, and we want to show you around our home for the next 2 days.
Right. So In the digital venue, the first thing you're going to want to take a look at is, first of all, on the website, make sure you go to myignite.microsoft.com. That's, again, the home base here in the studio and also as events are going on. Now, while you're here, you are going to want to introduce yourself. And so up in the top right-hand corner where you happen to be signed in, you are able to go in and take a look at updating your profile. Your profile is what's going to kind of personalize your experience for who you are, what you do, and also what you're interested in. One of the things you may not be aware of is while you're registering for Microsoft Ignite, there was a checkbox that basically said, make my profile public. And that allows you to put your profile inside the attendee directory. Now, just to kind of put everyone at ease here, no personal information is shared about what you are connected with other people, but it does give you the opportunity to fill out your biography, fill out your LinkedIn profile data, your Twitter handle, and also your interests that you have throughout the day. There's two more checkboxes you want to make sure that you turn on inside of the My Profile area, and that is the checkbox that says share your schedule with the rest of the attendees so other people can see your interests, and also the option of making your profile live on for a period of time after the event, just in case someone, puts you in their backpack. But we'll talk about more about that later.
This is especially important if you want to have what we call those hallway conversations. We always look forward to them at these events.
Right, so once you're filled out as far as having your profile created, you are able to go in and to make connections like you would have made at these physical events. So you're able to go in and to initiate chat requests with individual people, again, respecting your privacy. And you can even go through and create meetings between different groups of people to collaborate on particular ideas. And we're going to go ahead and facilitate making a Teams meeting specific for you and the group of invitees if they've all opted into this public sharing. Again, no private information is shared during this. You have your connection, your meeting, you collaborate on what you want to collaborate on, maybe even like a little bit of a watch party, and then you're good to go.
That sounds like a lot of fun. But speaking of connecting with others, just like Microsoft Ignite events in the past, we've got a connection zone. It's here to create opportunities to talk with experts and interact with each other. It's also the place to find tech communities as well. And I love those tech communities. So meet people who are active in women in technology, or groups from specific countries or regions are available in that connection zone. Now, a quick note. Remember to take time for yourself during the event. We've got so many incredible sessions and keynotes throughout the next 2 days that it's important to get up, stretch, and stay hydrated. And do what you need to do to stay healthy. That's a priority of wellness and self-care here at Microsoft Ignite.
Right. So as you can see here, I'm actually on the Connection Zone page. You can get to it by just going up to the top right-hand side of that particular browser. Inside the Connection Zone is where you'll find the opportunity to book those one-on-one consultations, but then also go ahead and look at the attendee directory, make one of those meeting requests, and also take a look at those messages that we talked about earlier. And then, as you mentioned, we've got these different types of sessions that happen to be up here. Now, Microsoft Ignite is really powered by the community, and a great way to connect with everybody else is to go through one of these things that are called Table Talks. Table Talks show up inside your regular schedule. They are limited in capacity just because there is a limitation with how many people we can get together. But the cool thing about the Table Talk is it allows you to actually turn your microphone on, turn your camera on, and participate as almost like a hallway conversation while you're there to be able to network during the events. You can also apply to be part of the product group roundtables potentially to provide feedback about our products, and you get to talk directly with engineering teams inside of that environment to share your thoughts and also to participate in that conversation. This is your chance to give back to the community, to engage the community, and help us shape what our products are going to be doing. These are some community-suggested topics that came into play. So there's lots of great information inside the Table Talks. They're inside your schedule. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but you can filter based on type and look for Table Talks to participate.
Customer feedback to help drive product innovation. That is something I'm very familiar with. It's absolutely important that your voice is heard at this event, so make sure to lean into those table topic sessions. Then it's time to check out the Humans of IT. These are sessions designed to bring inspiring stories and useful content, especially around the topics of health and wellness, with sessions like productivity tips and tricks for the age of digital overload, or mental health check-in power app. Using tech to manage anxiety and build community. That's just some of the topics that are available. Whatever you do, make sure to help participate in these sessions and to have a well-rounded experience here at Microsoft Ignite.
Now let's go ahead and jump inside the session catalog over here. Now the session catalog, when you're going to be looking for different things, you're able to go through and obviously chronologically look and see what's available to go off and see. Now you'll notice that some of the sessions are already added for you, like the keynote with Satya Nadella. It's coming up very soon. Or maybe Jared's session talking about the hybrid workplace. Those are already in place. Those are all ready to go. Now, if you wanted to go through and do some searches, I would suggest you go to do the refine results. And then you were mentioning Table Talks, and I was mentioning Table Talks. You were mentioning the Humans of IT. You can go through session type and then go and search for individual sessions, featured sessions, or stuff inside of the Learning Zone, or even studio interviews. Once you go through and do a filtration on that, it gives you a smaller view that you can go through and possibly add to schedule, which adds it to your local schedule. It does always display the date and time in your local time zone, which is very handy to be able to do. And if it just so happens that you've already got something in that particular slot, you can always go through and save it to your backpack. Now, it's almost time to officially kick things off with the opening of the keynote from Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, and this is going to be very, very special. Make sure that you grab your VR device to be able to experience the keynote through mixed reality if you're a member and can join up and go take a look at AltSpace VR.
This is just one of the ways that we're working to make Microsoft Ignite an immersive digital experience. These are things that are fingertips, but they're at yours as well. Then, just a short time after the opening keynote, are back-to-back keynotes. First is the Hybrid Workplace keynote with Corporate Vice President of Microsoft 365, Jared Spataro, followed by the Security for All keynote with Vasu Jakal, Corporate Vice President of Microsoft Security, Compliance, and Identity. That is a powerhouse lineup.
Now, I said it once, I'm going to say it again. Remember to come back here to this stream in between keynotes and in between featured sessions. We're going to be here to help you navigate the event, and we've got a lot in store, including some fireside chats with Panos Panay and Rowan Sones. Two people that have a lot to say and to be able to gear up for that particular conversation.
Another one I'm looking forward to is the ultimate Microsoft 365 demo with Jason Gregory.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Later this afternoon, I'm actually going to be able to sit down with a fan favorite and a mentor of mine, the one and only technical fellow and CTO of Azure, Mark Russinovich, for an extended interview.
Such an amazing day one here at Microsoft Ignite, and we're so glad to be with you on this journey. So much of Microsoft Ignite is about innovation. What really brings us together here is the innovation that's happening. But that innovation is really happening because of you. When you're going through the sessions and all of the glitz and glamour that we're bringing to you here at Microsoft Ignite, look through to see the meaning and the essence of what we're doing. All of you are impacting people's lives and organizations so deeply. That's the essence of tech with purpose.
Now, all of these fantastic keynotes and sessions are going to undoubtedly include stories from our featured partners and customers. One company bringing their customers' experiences to Microsoft at Ignite is Intel. Let's take a look at some of the stories and some of the things that they have in store for us during the event.
Together, Intel and Microsoft are enabling intelligent solutions that can transform entire industries. We're working with educators to create more connected and consistent learning experiences, reducing fraud with confidential computing for the insurance and financial industries, using AI to turn mountains of healthcare data into better patient outcomes. And we're bringing the power of computer vision to the edge to help companies deliver higher quality products and services. The future of intelligent solutions is here today.
I'm Stephen Rose, your host of Inside Microsoft Teams, and I have just 60 seconds to share with you why you should check out our show. So, number one, where else are you going to find guests like?
Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Great to see you.
Good, Stephen. How are you?
From Lego, Michael Ulrich Paula, calling in from Warsaw, no less. Mary Jo Foley, ZDNet All About Microsoft blog.
Talking about great topics like these.
What suggestions do you have around Teams for All?
Edit the order of your icons.
But it's also really important to make sure the teachers are having a learning journey as well.
Building an Oakdale app.
And showing off the coolest Teams room devices like these.
Setting up my own Logitech meetup system.
We're going to take a look at the new PolySync 20.
The Bose 700 UC.
We introduce you to the experts. We share the IT Pro Insider view to help you plan, pilot, deploy, manage, and secure Microsoft Teams successfully. aka.ms/inside MS Teams, and add our show dates to your calendar.
For sessions, demos, and even exclusive offers from our partners, make sure to stop by the Featured Partner Showcase. Find that by clicking the Featured Partner link above this player.
Now, another place to look out for during the event, as we mentioned, is known as the Learning Zone. The Learning Zone is going to be someplace I want to give you a quick little shot of right now. But before we get there, I've actually asked a friend of mine, Abel Wang, the Director of DevOps, if you will, here at Microsoft, is going to give us a little bit of a shout out. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Abel, Principal Cloud Advocate and the DevOps Lead at Microsoft. Hey man, it looks like you found the Learning Zone at Ignite. So this is our Center for Learning and Development with activities dedicated to training and certification. Now, I don't know about y'all, but personally, I love getting my hands dirty while I'm learning. And if you do too, Learn Live might be a great option for you. These are guided sessions where we'll provide subject matter experts to walk you through Microsoft Learn modules along with a group of your peers. So sign in, follow along, ask questions to get through it, and have some fun. Now, we've curated a wide selection of topics, including things like Azure, Microsoft Teams, Power Platform, and security. So there should be something for everyone. So go check out Learn Live options on the schedule. Now, if you happen to miss these sessions live, don't worry about it, because they will be recorded and posted for on-demand viewing. And you can always tune in to Learn TV after Microsoft Ignite to see new episodes as part of our regular programming. Make sure you add these opportunities to your schedule, and as always, you can go to Microsoft Learn Today, and from there, check out the full catalog of training options to advance your technical skills while earning achievements.
Hello World.
Hello World.
Hello World.
Hello World.
Hello World is a new daily show.
Every Monday through Friday on Microsoft's Learn TV.
It's like a morning show that you catch when you want for everybody around the globe.
It's a show by the people, for the people.
It's a celebration in human creativity.
We'll be bringing you exciting segments such as WinDevBox, Azure Fun Bites,
Open Source Project,
Humans of Microsoft,
the MVP Spotlight, 24 Hertz,
recent headlines.
We'll have challenges for you.
We are Hello World, and we are live weekdays on Learn TV.
Throughout today's event, we'll be checking in with our Twitter feed to see what you're talking about on social. Engage with us. Remember to use the hashtag MSIgnite to keep the conversation going. We want to hear your stories, your insights, your reactions as we watch keynote sessions and interviews. So tell us what you're feeling.
So, you know what, with Tagboard and also with Twitter with hashtag MSIgnite, it's always good to kind of start off with some kind of questions. And so I'm curious, you know, if you could share with us using the hashtag MSIgnite, what's kind of the thing that's going to be most exciting for you during Microsoft Ignite? What are you anticipating people to come up and to see? I mean, on the board right now, obviously I can see a good friend of mine out in Florida, Richard Hayes, talking about Stephen Rowe's promo and talking about the show that he does with regards to Teams deployment and other things like that. Good things coming from Stephen, as always.
Stephen's amazing. All the work that he's done is so great. I just love seeing where everyone is watching this show from. You know, someone saying, look, we're in their living room. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for having us in your living room. Keep those pictures of where you're watching coming. We love to see it.
Yeah, and then again, I got a good shout out here for our friend Donna Sarkar, who's going to be joining us later this afternoon. She's actually got it up and running on her system as well. And again, hashtag MSIgnite is where we're following and where we're looking at for these different interactions. Feel free to tweet us. I'm at @RicksterCDN if you wanted to connect up with me. And even some people outside catching this on headphones as they're going for walks as well.
It's good. You have to stay healthy, right? This is the perfect event to do that. I totally agree. Oh, look, I think we have a friend here too. Yep, they've got the hotel treadmill, but instead now we have folks outside, and I just think that that's really fun.
Nice. I'm going to just go ahead and just quickly take a shot
of us. Oh, look at you. Socially distanced
You got
selfie.
It's funny, it actually picked up the Adams picture as a face as well in there. I'm going to go ahead and post that one there in just a second during a break, not right now.
Yeah, exactly.
To be able to go up to hashtag MSIgnite. So don't forget, we've asked you the question, what is the thing that you're going to be most excited about for seeing here at Microsoft Ignite? Give us your responses along with the hashtag MSIgnite, and we're going to be dropping into this particular little user interface of this tag board to be able to check in and see how things are going.
But if you have a burning question, we've got experts ready to answer in chat, which you'll see right next to this player. And hey, if you don't see it, make sure to register and log in. That's really going to get you the full experience.
Right. And as we've seen as well during the event, our featured partners have also brought some incredible customer stories to share here at Microsoft Ignite. So next up, let's take a look at this video that showcases how the partnership between Microsoft and our featured partner NetApp is yielding truly incredible results. Play that tape.
We have delivered in 2020 a phenomenal year with achieving cost savings, but on the other side also important new business capabilities. Millions of savings, but also millions of growth based on the Azure NetApp environment.
KONA's operations relies on data. Our strategy was simple: lower runtime cost for our big SAP investment. Azure NetApp Files has been critical for our virtual migration.
To see the cost savings come through gaining new capabilities was spectacular.
The recent explosion of data and cloud computing is propelling the rapid growth of artificial intelligence. With valuable advances in AI speech recognition, computer vision, and natural language understanding, we've been helping organizations bring the latest AI capabilities to everyone to respond to the current disruption and redefine their business for the future. But our industry is reaching the limitations of what is possible with traditional AI development tools and methods. To achieve the next level of AI advancement, we need a paradigm shift. At Microsoft, we're pioneering a new approach to AI that's fueling the next generation of software innovation at scale. As part of our AI at Scale initiative, we've reimagined the AI stack, from hardware to software, networking, and pre-trained models, and are making every layer of this cutting-edge technology available to anyone to innovate on top of and customize the latest AI advancements for their unique business scenarios. We've also built the latest transformational AI at Scale capabilities right into our products, such as Office, Dynamics, and more, that any business can harness today across their organization. And this is just the beginning. As we accelerate our own AI evolution and abilities, we'll continue to share our breakthroughs and invite you to join us in leveraging the power of AI at Scale for your business, as together we solve some of the globe's most challenging problems. Learn how you can apply the power of AI at Scale to your business today.
Later this morning, Mitra Azizirad brings us Envisioning Tomorrow Innovation Keynote. Looks like the woman herself is standing by with more information about what's in store. Take a look.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited for the day ahead. I'm getting ready for my Envisioning Tomorrow keynote at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we have got some incredible innovation to share with you. And because we think the only thing better than getting a peek into the future is getting the opportunity to experience it, this keynote has the distinction of being the most interactive one I've ever done. You'll see a massive AI model in action. You can pilot a virtual drone on stage, and you'll even be able to control the weather. And who doesn't want to do that? Our goal is to inspire you and get your imagination supercharged with our latest groundbreaking technologies to help you accelerate your innovation and get ready to have a ton of fun at the same time. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Looking forward to seeing you all at my keynote.
Now, it's time to jump into our first keynote of Microsoft Ignite with Satya. Hopefully, in case you're into the VR world, you've got your VR gear ready to go. If you do, head on over to AltSpace VR to get the full experience of what's going to be going on. Or, if you want, you can just stay here and keep on with us in the stream.
Lots of news and announcements on the remote way. Remember, all the content you see will be available on demand after the event. So make sure to save the keynotes and sessions you're interested in your backpack for future review.
Now, the backpack's a really handy thing to be able to use. And just to make sure people understand, just like you're going to be going in and adding sessions to your schedule, you have the option of also going in and adding it to your backpack, which gives you a downloadable reference file of all the different options and all the different sessions that you decided to save. So
you can save people, sessions, the content, and then you'll just have it at your fingertips to go through.
Right.
I always tell my champions also, you can share it with your champion team, right? In case you're sharing the information that's across all the different family of services that we'll be talking about today.
Right. And just as a quick reminder as well, if you wanted to try out the VR piece, you don't even have to have the hardware. You can actually just go to AltSpace VR and sign up, and you get a 2D experience that also is immersive, kind of like a first-person shooter, if you will, to see what it's like, and you can still sign up and go ahead and take a look at that. There's some really, really cool innovations that are going to be going on in there.
Are you a real gamer, Rick?
Well, you know, it's been known to be a way to kind of pass the hours and, more importantly, stay connected during this time we've been going through for the last year. So my online gaming's kind of picked up a little bit.
Oh, that's good. I wish I had that time. I'm trying to do more online yoga and things like that because I tend to sit a lot. So health and wellness, very important. Keep yourself hydrated, move around.
Yeah, so we've got good sections of content that's going to be going on, as you mentioned, in the Humans of IT that's coming up during the regular scheduled time. But, you know, take breaks. Take time, go ahead and recenter and connect back up with us here at the stream. We've got some really cool stuff coming up in this particular keynote. We can't share what it's about. Yeah, a little bit of a look at it, but, you know, we'll be doing a little bit of a recap after the fact.
Absolutely. Well, it's exciting. I know that much for sure. Informative and inspirational. And, you know, I just want everyone to remember that when you're here, yes, it's about the technology, but it's also about the community of people on Twitter, in chat, in the connection zone, all of the places that you can connect with other people, just like we did when we were in person. So I'm just incredibly happy to be here. And I think it's an honor to get to host this show, especially with you, and bring everyone together. So, and the crew here is amazing. I'm just going to, at the top of the show, shout out for them because I just have never seen so many folks work so hard with a purpose.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I will also comment as well, everyone's doing a great job with being able to practice social distancing, maintain a safety buff around everybody. So everyone down here at the studio is doing a great job and also supporting us with everything that we do, too. It's awesome.
100%. But it's all about the amazing content that you're going to see here at Microsoft Ignite. So we're incredibly happy to have you here with us, but we're pleased more so that you are giving us your time and attention because we know that there's competing things that you probably need to be doing, but instead you're here with us. So we just want to appreciate you for that and make sure that you know that we're going to earn your eyeballs today for sure. We're so pleased that you're here with us at Microsoft Ignite. And so now I have the pleasure of putting it over to Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella.
Good morning and welcome to Ignite. I want to start by saying a big thank you. In this unprecedented, complicated, and very hard year, you have helped the world overcome the most unimaginable constraints. Your hard work combined with today's digital technology is helping fuel our global economy and society in one of its greatest moments of needs. So thank you. Without that tenacity, resilience, and the work each of you as IT professionals, developers, system administrators, data analysts, and professionals across every function, I even shudder to think where we would be but for your work. So I'm deeply, deeply grateful and thank you. The past year has brought the most significant change in our society and economy in modern history. And the cloud has been key to helping the world not only adapt, but innovate. We've witnessed a second wave of digital transformation sweeping every company in every industry, from healthcare to digital twins in manufacturing, to remote work and learning across organizations in every industry. We are accelerating their digital initiatives to build resilience and transform. The true test of technology has always been whether it can help organizations improve their time to value, increase agility, and reduce costs. But as the world recovers, it will require much more from technology, and the cloud in particular, to help address our most pressing challenges and ensure that nobody is left behind. Over a decade ago, we declared we were all in on the cloud because we understood its transformational promise and the opportunity it would create for every organization. And today, it's time for us to reflect on how the cloud will change over the next decade and the innovation our changing world will require from the cloud. We will need to foundationally transform how cloud can drive the next level of broad economic growth that everyone can participate in. To accomplish this, there are 5 key attributes that will drive this next generation of innovation in the cloud. First, ubiquitous and decentralized computing. Every organization, small or large, in every industry, in every country will require more ubiquitous and more decentralized compute power. We're going through a radical change in computing architecture, from the materials to semiconductors to the systems, from the cloud to its edge. The result of all this will be continued exponential growth in compute capacity. However, we are at peak centralization right now. As computing becomes embedded everywhere in our world, transforming how we interact with people, places, and things, and as physical and digital worlds converge, we will require more sovereignty and decentralized control. Cloud and edge computing will evolve to meet all of these real-world needs. Second, sovereign data and ambient intelligence. The volume, variety, and velocity of data will go through explosive growth in the cloud and in particularly at the edge, driving that decentralized architecture of compute I just talked about. In this world, data will be more private, more sovereign. Data governance and provenance will take on new importance. Large-scale multimodal models will become first-class platforms unto themselves, creating that ambient intelligence all around us. We will develop new methods of federated machine learning to drive the next generation of personalized and yet privacy-preserving services. Business logic will move from being code that is written to being code that is learned from data, creating a complete new generation of business process and productivity systems. We will also see this new software tool approach being foundational to tackling these massive unsolved challenges, from personalized medicine to carbon recapture. In the AI we create, using all this enormous power of the cloud, we will look for increasing levels of predictive and analytical power, common sense reasoning, alignment with human preferences, and perhaps most importantly, augmenting human capability. Third, empowered creators and communities everywhere. Our economy will find a new balance between consumption and creation. In the last decade, we saw several tech advances that drove more consumption, from browsing, more shopping, more binge watching, and behind all of this is creation. We believe the next decade will require technology advances that radically democratize creation. We will need to expand access to skills, tools, and platforms, as well as connections and collaboration across communities so that everyone can create. Whether it's building a virtual world, students working on an assignment with short-form videos, knowledge workers creating formulas in spreadsheets, pro developers writing code, or domain experts using low-code tools to build applications. This democratization of creation will drive new innovation in end-user computing. Form and function of our devices will be reimagined across the stack, from silicon to the operating system to the experiences themselves. And these computing experiences will be further amplified by communities that learn from each other, build on each other, and further amplify and accelerate creation. Fourth, expanded economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. We need to create these continuous feedback loops between the work, skills, learning, and credentials required, both for the jobs of today and tomorrow. We need to define productivity much more broadly, inclusive of collaboration, learning, and well-being to drive career advancement for every worker, including frontline and knowledge workers, as well as for new graduates and those who are in the workforce today. All this needs to be done with flexibility in when, where, and how people work. Fifth, trust by design. Fundamentally, a technology provider should succeed only when it helps the world around it succeed. No one wants to build technology that rapidly scales but breaks the world around us. And no customer wants to be dependent on a provider that sells them technology on one end and competes with them on the other. We need to have ethical principles govern the design, development, and deployment of AI. Our technology needs to be secure by design and promote zero trust architectural principles. We need to build technology with the design intent to protect the fundamental rights of all people, including privacy, and strengthening these institutions we all depend on for our livelihoods and well-being. And we need tech advancements that protect our most finite resource, our planet. Every organization will need to harness these 5 attributes to build their own digital tech intensity, so they can create proprietary technology required to generate durable competitive advantage. They will need not only to adopt technology, but build their own technology. These cloud advances are what will enable every organization in every sector to create that broad economic surplus in every community, in every country. A cloud that helps small businesses become more productive, multinationals more competitive, nonprofits more effective, and governments more efficient. That improves healthcare and educational outcomes, amplifies human ingenuity, and allows people everywhere to reach higher. This is what the Microsoft Cloud delivers, and it underlies everything we will show you this week. The Microsoft Cloud is built to accelerate your transformation today and going forward. There is no better example of this than the rapid changes we have seen over the past year in how people use technology to communicate, to collaborate, and create. For those of us who have had the privilege of working from home, digital technology has made it possible. And for those who need to be at the workplace, including the many essential frontline workers, technology has helped them keep our society and economy functioning in the midst of this pandemic. As the world recovers, there's no going back. Employee expectations are changing, and flexibility will be key. And that's why we are building Microsoft Teams as an organizing layer for all the ways we work, the modes of communication, collaboration, and the ability to extend it with other apps and services. With Teams, we are ensuring that people can collaborate inside and outside the organization, that they can learn in the context of their work, and that they can retain and build new social capital. And we are empowering both frontline and knowledge workers to work together in new ways. We want to ensure everyone can be seen and be heard and fully participate, whether they are at home, in a meeting room, at the office, or at the factory floor. For example, just imagine joining a meeting remotely and being able to see everyone in the room as though you were seated at the conference table with them. Imagine if you were able to draw on the same whiteboard together. And imagine if you're always able to identify who's speaking while maintaining eye contact. That's some of what you will see today when we talk about what's coming next for Microsoft 365 and Teams. We'll also see the digital and physical worlds come together with mixed reality to help people stay connected when they are apart. A year ago, we shipped HoloLens 2. It's been amazing to see the ingenuity of people and businesses everywhere applying this technology to transcend space and address complex challenges in their industries. Take Dr. Michael Marin, a vascular surgeon at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City. A world away in eastern Uganda, communities haven't had access to advanced medical care. But now, using HoloLens 2, along with Dynamics 365 Remote Assist and Teams, Dr. Marin is able to coach a surgeon doing a complex procedure 7,000 miles away in real time, expanding access to specialized knowledge and resources, and overcoming disparities in care. We've also seen frontline workers around the world using mixed reality to learn new skills, advance their careers, and drive productivity gains. At Kruger Paper Mill in Montreal, employees have used HoloLens 2 and Dynamics 365 guides to learn on the job. The impact has been transformational. Donald Susi, who worked at the mill for 30 years, has been able to capture all of the long-standing workplace wisdom and institutional knowledge and pass it on to new colleagues, accelerating the onboarding process and helping them take on complex tasks faster than ever. And because information is delivered holographically right where the work happens, Kruger has been able to improve employee safety and avoid production slowdowns. These examples are just the beginning of what's possible when you connect the bits we build with the atoms of the real world. Today, we are thrilled to take that next step, announcing a new mixed reality platform, Microsoft Mesh. Think about what Xbox Live did for gaming. We went from single player to multiplayer, creating communities that help people connect and achieve together. Now just imagine if the same thing happened with mixed reality. Mesh enables you to interact holographically with others with true presence in a natural way. For example, I can join a birthday celebration with my extended family in India, interacting as if we were physically together without any screens between us. Or I can meet my colleagues on the other side of the world, collaborating as though we were in the same room. Again, with no screen mediating our interactions. It's pretty mind-boggling to imagine, but this is the future we are building. One of my favorite lines we used to describe the possibilities when we first introduced HoloLens was, when you change the way you see the world, you change the world you see. I can't wait to see the world we create together. And now let me turn it over to Alex Kipman to start us off. Thank you all very much and have a fantastic Ignite.
Tomorrow stands a chance to be even better than today, thanks to one thing. When you fall under its spell, even though words may elude you, you'll race to the rooftops to share it. It's a force that draws us to each other, a glue that holds us together, a siren that beckons others to join us. It's a feeling that's eternally optimistic and forever inquisitive. Asking, what if? Why not? And how soon? It beckons us to explore and to break new ground. It gives us depth and breadth to our understanding. It helps us see perspectives outside of our own. It's the indestructible sense of wonder inside each of us. And with it, the aspiration to share a world far greater than ourselves.
A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream we dream together is called reality. When you have a dream, chances are there's someone else right over there, and there, who share the same dream. But each of us dreaming it just a little bit differently. The process of collaborating with others is how we discover the little different bits, the excitement and the energy, the diverse skills and viewpoints that bring everyone together. When we share in a dream, everyone can be equally excited, equally motivated, and perhaps even equally consumed by the shared dream. But we tend to think of reality and dreaming as separate. But are they really? Today is about showing how we can help transport dreams from here to there. out into the world without compromise, exactly as they were imagined. And when they are there, we can share them with others to explore and communicate, to mold and collaborate, to enjoy together. This is a new way to dream and a new type of computing, one that makes dreams a shared reality. And to accelerate this collaborative computing future, I am proud to welcome all of you to Microsoft Mesh. Today, you and I make history as we collaborate on the largest mixed reality show ever created. Microsoft Mesh connects the physical and the digital worlds, allowing us to transcend the traditional boundaries